Strength flows through me.
So hello. Today we're gonna look at our double bubble attempt on Hanamura, and I'm not sure what the result is. I'm not gonna spoil it, but let's see. It's a 21 minutes. 21 minutes. I guess they really love their VOD reviews, like in between games. So anyways, I mean rounds. That's even worse. So let's look at like what our goal against double shield is. So like double shield is always like especially as they're running the Zen variant. Okay, they really excel in like long sight lines. Like they're running Hanzo, they're running double shield obviously, like long range heroes, being like for tanks, and they're running Junkrat, which excels in like spamming this choke, and Bap, which is also pretty good at poking. But meanwhile, we want to be fighting in short sight lines because, like, Echo's like actually pretty good in short sight lines if you have Winston in. Genji is like, more effective in like short sight lines, even though like he can still do a lot of poke in long sight lines. And like, Winston, Zarya, they are really good when they're like close up to the enemy. Like Winston and Zarya like are really good at brawling, especially when Zarya's high energy. And like Ana will just be like farming Nano and trying to like heal the team while they like take angles and stuff. So what I want to see is like just that we're using our Winston engages to kind of like close the distance and like actually like use our Winston engages productively. And like this could be in the form of moving our core like closer to the enemy, but like this choke is a pain. Forcing out enemy cooldowns using our DPS and our Winston engage, or like just farming ult and like Zarya energy, that works as well. So anyways, let's take a look. So we just want to like. So what we want to do here is that we want to set up like at least like a slight crossfire. We want to set up some angles. So how would we do this? Like we don't just want to like forehead through this choke. Like this is bad because like look, we're just getting spammed by Orisa and Sigma. So like what we want to do is like we can have our monkey just walk up a bit and like take some poke, or like try to like take soft engages, maybe jump up with like the bubble. Go main, jump from here with the bubble, and then like try to like escape like afterwards. Like there, if you like jump like with like both bubbles, and you should be able to survive, and you don't need to like try to like do some elaborate staging, like maybe jump up here somehow, drop. You don't have to really do that. So what we want to do is I want to put our Genji like maybe right here, like in this window, at least like have sight lines on this window. Maybe even put him here because he has deflect to like survive on that angle. Like Brig can heal Genji pretty easily because like Brig's healing range. Echo can be like on top, maybe like spamming from above, and preferably because like they are running like quite pokey. Like Echo needs to be careful. Echo should only aggressively peek when like Winston is in. Otherwise, like Echo should just focus on maybe like getting like some chip damage in, or just putting pressure, like just drawing attention away. And meanwhile, our core, like what we want ultimately our core to do is like we want our core to like push through this choke and like either go here or like they can rotate them. Okay. They can either like go this way, like set up here, or like go this way and set up on high ground, but like and like eventually rotate to like near point. But like the most important thing is that like our eventual goal is to get our core through the choke and into like a really good high ground position, or at least like somewhere that's not like right here in the choke. So let's see. Okay, so we jump in. So like we do try to like I don't really like the ID. I don't really like just jumping these like this group of players. I mean it's okay, but like the only problem is that like this is like kind of the more pressing angle right now. Like, if like Winston jumps here, then not only can they kite back really easily, but like can kite the aggression really easily, which means like these people are safe. But like also like if Echo tries to follow up, then like these people can just shoot Echo and like shoot Winston, and like bad things will happen. Obviously, like look at this. This is kind of over aggressive, because like look, they're just shooting you from this angle and you die. Okay, at least we got like half nano. Okay, jump out, they're gonna poke you out. And right here, I'm not a big fan of jumping up here, just because like they can easily just poke you out of the angle. Like if you want to engage, the best way would just be to jump from main, honestly. Or like at least like try to maybe thread this jump if you can, but like even then it's really hard. So like honestly, like just like maybe jump here, wait a few seconds, wait 6 seconds, then jump this way and then get the bubble, and then like try to like get like farm and like force out cooldowns and such. But anyways, we do get poked out of that engage, so it's not ideal. And again, we get poked out again. We don't want to be like taking too much poke. We just want to have a clean engage. And like,
changing position.
Okay, now we have nano. And yeah, let's go in. So like, as you can see, the monkeys like pushing up here, drawing a lot of attention. What the core should really do is like, one option could, well, like as you can see, like let's take a look at this engage again. So like just before this happens, and minor nitpick, I want Echo maybe set up on high ground for easy or follow up, and I want Genji set up like maybe like right here, ready to like Genji can even try to dash and try to get picks for like the dive. So one thing I might do is like as Genji, I might like climb up here, dash. Not sure if it's possible, but like maybe deflect, dash up to here, and then have like Nano Winston go in, and then like you can just drop on them. So you're creating kind of like a pincer. So Genji would dash up here if it's possible. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll test it out, but like if possible, you want to be like trying to surround the enemy every time we're trying to go in for like an aggressive engage. So Winston goes in, and then like Genji can like drop from the top. Echo can do it from here, and like these people are just dead unless they kite immediately, or they kite back to like their core. In which case, like if they kite back to their core, then we can just like rotate our core up here for free, and then take a more favorable short sightline fight.
Changing position.
But like, let's see how this goes. This is a bit early aggression, but it's okay. Yeah, at least you have deflect. Okay, you force out the M more. That's good. You can kill BAP. And yeah, like now we got 2 picks. Now like the core, don't stay here. Push. Because like if you stay here, like if you stay here, then like they can. If the team just didn't just kill 2, then like let's say they only lost their Hanzo, then they could still just like foreseeably like hold this choke and try to like cut off your core from like supporting like the divers. So like, or yeah, like like the rest of the team. So like the core have to push up now, and yeah, good, push up, and now wait for our cooldowns to reset. Heal Genji, or Genji was outside LOS. Ooh, this is kind of scary. 5 HP poking, really scary. But anyways, wait for a cooldown to reset, and then now we just brawl on point, honestly. Okay, how do we lose Brig? Okay. Okay, so right here, like, Brig goes in, but your Winston is out. Like, that's a problem, because, like, your Winston's not drawing any attention, like, right now. Your Winston still needs to jump in to complete this fight, and to extent, like, Zarya is kind of overextended as well. Because, like, look, this is kind of scary. There's no Winston to soak up the aggression, so, like, we just need to play slow until, like, our Winston can just go in and engage, and right here is when we start, like, you know, brawling and stuff. But, like, we should win this, despite losing Brig early. Okay, now, let's see. What do we want to do? So, like, honestly, like, they're all stacking on high ground. Like, this is kind of a throw for them. Like, I mean, they can control this. I mean, like, not a throw in the sense that, like, it's a throw in the sense that they're all stacked together like this. Like, Sigmush, I honestly prefer, like, you know, maybe holding Orisa, like, maybe even low ground and have Sigma go high ground. But, like, they're not holding long sight lines, first of all, like, if we all go high ground, and secondly, like, this is so diveable. Like, imagine if, like, Winston goes in with a nano and then, like, we just push our core, like, up on the stairs. It would just be, like, GG easy, like, there's nothing. And even then, like, look, Genji can, like, just look to play under and then, like, sneak behind. Like, they're not really controlling that much of the map. Like, look, they might be controlling, like, this half, but, like, we can just play under this half and can even sneak a Genji behind. And, like, so how much should we set up for this fight? So, well, we almost have Blade, but, like, honestly, like, Nano Blade, like, while it's powerful, I honestly prefer Nano Monkey, and the reason is because, like, the problem with Genji, like, isn't, like, you know, Blade isn't, like, the reason you typically Nano Blade is to give your Genji, like, sustain, right? And it's Nano Blade is useful when you have something like, when you're playing something like Double Shield, in which your Genji will basically have to go in solo, and, like, Orisa and Sigma can only provide, like, close range, not close range, long range support. But, like, in this case, we're running, like, you know, like, a dive heroes. Like, we're running Winston, we're running the Echo ish, which we would just, like, half dive hero, and so we have to, at least we have the Winston to soak up the aggression. So, like, the purpose of, like, you know, the nano is for Genji is, like, a bit less, but meanwhile, like, nanoing Winston would be, like, better, I think, a lot of the time, because, like, Winston can just, like, you know, with nano Winston, he already does 90 damage per second, which is huge, and, like, absolutely, like, makes it easy for Genji to get, like, one slash kills even without nano. But, like, more importantly, it's just, like, a more consistent option to nano Winston. But right here, this pressure is really early. Oh, you should not have survived there. Like, wait for Winston to go in, or at least be poking from this angle. But there's no reason for you to poke. They can just heal it up easily. There's no combined pressure. You need to combine our pressure. Okay. Honestly, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, just like, maybe, like, have Winston walk towards this Kree. If Kree kites back, then like we can just, like, put some poke pressure and he's dead, like, with Echo. But, like, just go here, have Winston go here, have Winston jump up with the nano, and then, like, we just W key into this team. Like, look, they're playing really short sight lines, actually, with double shield, which is not what should be happening. This is so diveable. Like, we should be going in. This should be an easy win. Okay, and they're stuffing the choke now. And if they're stuffing the choke like this, like, honestly, we just, like, play here, have Winston, like, travel here, have Winston jump up here, and then, like, this will just force them back. Like, Winston will jump up to here, force them back. Or, like, honestly, like, we have the nano and we have the rally. Like, we could just, like, honestly just press W, like, and then, like, while we're pressing W, we send our Genji on the flank and Genji blades from behind. Like, I know they have, like, you know, Zen, like, trans, but, like, a nano monkey is probably enough to, like, bait that out. And if they don't trans, then we just win without the blade, because it's a, we do, like, look at how much damage this is for monkey, but instead we stagger. Ooh, holy shit, let's go, push. Okay, great, that's good.
Pass into the iris.
Cease your resistance.
Okay, they pop everything, but
Adaptive circuits engaged. Zenyatta.
okay, so so Monkey, I don't like you foreheading like the enemy team, like enemy tanks. I mean, what I would prefer, like micro wise, is like for you to jump up to here and then like try to like cleave from here, and then if that's not possible, at least try to drop in the middle of them instead of like trying to like go in front of them. And firstly, like this might allow you to get a better bubble, which may cut off the Zen healing, but more importantly, it just like right here, if you can do damage from up here, and we'll just split the attention. It will actually make our core kind of safer, because like they either shoot you and then our core shoots you for free and gets no pressure, or you shoot the core and then you just get cleave damage for free. So like I think we should have created another angle there, and just by jumping up to high ground, and by not doing that, like they just poke out Monkey, and then like once their tanks go, they just take the space from us and they win. Okay, now we don't have all. Now, like, we have Grav. Honestly, we just need to get a good Grav here, and then, like, have Monkey jump up here, and then, like, we just finish the fight. They're kind of throwing with this positioning. If anything, they should be positioning like this. They should be splitting their Sigma a bit, so that if they push, like, Sigma will just kite, and then, like, yeah. But even then, like, we could just dive the Sigma. Like, good. We're like clearing the Sigma first. Now, what should our plan be? Okay, unfortunate. There's nothing. Like that's unfortunate. There's not much else I can say. Okay, so anyways, so now we decide to play low ground. Now they're running sim cheese. Like, honestly, like, one thing we could do is that we could just play, like, have maybe Genji force point. Because, like, look, they're all stacking on this high ground, but, like, stacking does not give you a lot of map control. Like, doing this might give you a lot of map control, but we're playing, like, half dive, so, like, we can just punish the enemy team, or at least force them back to their team, but, like, look, they're all, like, normally stacking on one side, and this... So think about it this way. So like when they're stacking like this, let's say the Sigma is like right here. Like this is like they control like one half of the map, but they do not control like they have a blind spot. They don't control like this part of the map. So what we want to do is like we want to like leverage the objective a bit. Like we have mobility. Like maybe have the Genji like or even the Winston can like, you know, try to like force someone to drop on point, and then we punish them if they drop on point, or if they try to play the poke game and make angles, then like what we can do is that like afterwards can just punish those splits and yeah. So anyways, how I would do this fight is like firstly I wouldn't push low ground, honestly. Like honestly it might be like you're trying to do something different, but like just because like the last, you know, team fight plan failed doesn't mean like the plan was bad. It just meant like our execution when it was bad, or something unlucky happened, like you know, Junkrat Tire just killed 3. So like I think we should still be trying to take the high ground, but like they're setting up the sim cheese here, so like they're gonna get like pretty good sight lines, but like what we could do is like we could have Monkey play let's see. Could have Monkey go with the team, and then like we either like, and then like, you know, we give the Monkey early bubble here, use the natural cover. They can't really poke if we like kind of use this, and then like we just try to like force these people back to their team with you know, a pincer engage like right here with Monkey. But like we need to be moving our core like somewhere in a good position, and after like they're like we could like just, well, we have Nano, so like Winston jumps here, and then like we just break the TP, and then like boom, they'll all be stuck here. And then like once like, you know, our core is taking, you know, like trying to set up long sight lines, now we just have our Monkey or Nano Monkey like just like jump up here, and then we have Genji like maybe just blade, and then like we finish them here. They're all stacked. They don't even have trans yet. They have no ults. Like whatever we should do, we should not be playing into their plan. We shouldn't be playing low ground. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Like we're kind of like deliberating here for like 2 or 3 minutes or something. We have to. Like the problem isn't that like taking high ground is bad. It's just that we're not taking it properly. Okay, we graph here, but like firstly, who like look at this angle. We haven't cleared this angle yet. Like ideally, when we graph, we want to be like in control. Like we want like either everyone in the graph, if ideally, of course, or like at least like when we graph, we don't want like, you know, something shooting us in the back. So like this graph, like we just don't have the map control enough. We just don't control like these spaces. Like it's gonna be scuffed because like if anyone tries to exploit the graph, let's say Genji tries to blade, then like, and here Genji's playing outside of LOS, but like if we try to like graph like this, then like look, if someone tries to jump, boom, they're dead. So like this is too early of a graph. Not to mention they have Immor, and look, like we kind of died to like this BAP window. They just TP. We have to clear this angle before grabbing, and like the best way to clear this angle is to take high ground. There's a reason teams don't really like really good teams say they don't put everyone on high ground, because like firstly, like, you know, because like it's really diveable, because if there's anyone on this high ground, then like we can just have Winston jump from here, and then like we just have the core push up and boom, this high ground's cleared, or like we just kill people on this high ground, or like, you know, in this case force them back, and then afterwards we have this high ground, we can just like literally like just jump in because they're all stuck here, or like force the objective in their like kind of blind spot and kind of like force them to drop. But like whatever the case is, like we need to be clearing the angles. Like getting core in good position is like pretty much almost the whole point of double bubble. Like we use our Winston engages just to like allow our supports and our Zarya to rotate to more aggressive positions until they reach a point where they can win the fight and contribute to the fight in like a straight on brawl. So that's why like double bubble is kind of, you know, half dive and half brawl, because like eventually, like, you know, you're gonna have Zarya with high energy, you're gonna have like ultimates, and we just want the core to like to be able to like contribute. But like if we're just like on low ground and trying to four-headed down main, then like our core is not gonna be able to get to any useful position. Like, does the core really want to be here, or do they want to be on high ground? Like they want to be on high ground, obviously, so like we have to be pushing high ground.
30 seconds remaining.
So right here. Okay, so we didn't clear angles, and like we kind of just stalled a bit, and we were like playing so scared. Like we just like maybe like bubble monkey here, and then monkey jumps up, pops his own bubble, and look, they're dead. Or like they have to kite back to the point, which is undesirable because it gives us this high ground to use, and then can destroy this TP. Okay, now they have trans though. Okay, so this fight, but we have nano, so I'm not sure why we could pop the nano, take space for maybe try to take space, and then once we have our core, we can like, you know, maybe rally here, try like go for an engage, force out the trans, and then like, yeah, we just want to be eventually fighting in short sight lines. Like the trans is gonna last forever. But like, look. We don't like, you know, pinch, or we don't like engage properly. We just like go down main. Like we're just like trying to shove, like we early bubble, this is bad, and then we're just trying to like shove all the way, shove our team down main. Like we don't break chokes by like doing this, even if we have like ults. Like we break chokes by like sending some people through and sending some people around the choke. This is what we should be doing, but like right here we're just kind of like brute forcing our way down main. And no, this isn't good. They can just kite it back. like the reason we want pincer is because like if they press the S key, then they're gonna run into Winston doing tons of cleave damage, and again we should have popped this nano. I'm not sure why we didn't pop nano, but like we want to make it so they're running into like cleave damage. You shouldn't be like foreheading down main. Okay, so the defense was a lot better though.
Ready.
So right here, like we're placing our core on high ground. That's okay.
Watching your back.
Now the only problem with like playing like this is because like usually Monkey likes to play here. If Monkey plays here, then that's like pretty good Mei wall potential if they have Mei, and like generally like this corner is like more desirable anyways. Like you could play here, but like look, if they try to like speed through the choke, then they can just maybe try to like speed through and try to like, you know, cut you off or something, or like, you know, Mei wall you. So like you want to play in like slightly more open space, and Monkey wants to hold here, so like holding high ground is an okay plan, but like generally like it's preferable for like because like look at this, like we aren't like really stopping them from like just like rotating this way. So what stops them from like, you know, rotating? And the answer is like you know, like kind of pincering a bit, like my favorite word. So like generally like we put the core like right here, like on low ground, and it seems like reckless against brawl, but like the thing is this just choke is already like a significant like barrier, and like what we want to be doing is like we want to be like using this choke as much as possible, and we want to be like abusing this choke as much as possible. So like we want to be putting like maybe Ana here, Zarya on here, like Brig kind of here, maybe like here to maintain long sight lines, and then like our divers can like, you know, maintain this angle, have Genji here, maybe have Echo like maybe like here, and then look at how hard it is to like push for choke. They're gonna need to use ultimates, or they're gonna need to like Mei wall and like, you know, rotate all the way up to high ground or something, or rotate this way, in which case we can just kite back to point. So like, but right here we aren't really creating a pincer. It's like really easy for the enemy team to just like, you know, rotate this way and then like render this choke like kind of moot. We have to be like, you know, putting bodies on all sides of the choke, like from the left side, from the right side, maybe put an Echo here. Yeah, it's gonna be better, but like right here we're not providing much significant resistance. Because let's look at this Reinhardt, called Reinhardt, what the fuck, like, this isn't particularly hard to push through into. Like, if I was a Reinhardt, I'd be confident, because, like, it's not like if I'm pushing one way, then I'm gonna be, like, shot from another way. Like, we're just, like, all our damage and utility are just from one direction. And this, even though, like, this Reinhardt's kind of stupid, like, I'm not sure why he's taking so much poke like this. Like, what is he doing? He's just gonna lose like half the shield before going in. Honestly, like, if this Reinhardt just W keyed in, then this would have been a win for them. Because like, look, because they're just gonna rush us, and then we're just gonna have to kite. We just have to kite back maybe to point, or like, you know, to this area, and then like they can just like either turtle on point, which is okay considering what their comp. They're playing brawl. Or they could just try, like, you know, try to, like, push us here, try to clear this angle, and then, like, you know, take a really favorable fight on point. So, like, yeah. Like, we're all just, like, stacking in, like, one direction. We need to be, like, and, like, on Hanamura defense, like, in the future, like, I want the core to be holding here, not on high ground. Like, high ground is good, so to speak, but, like, it's more good for the divers, like, who will be maintaining another angle here. We want to be, like, angling here so that, like, if, like, you know, if, like, Ryan tries to push our Winston, then it's a free nade for Ana, or, like, you know, or like Zarya can like get energy and beam like from behind, and if they try to focus the core, then they're just gonna get so much cleave damage on their backline because they're not clearing. They can't really clear any of these angles easily. So that's what we want to be doing. And look, they just rush us, and like we were only saved by the fact that this Ryan, like, you know, committed half of his shield like pre-fight. And you can see good. We're at least trying to like put like some angle pressure, but like by this time this is dangerously close to our core. Our core is like on the back foot. And we kite back, and we have to kite back here. So good, at least we do kite back, and like now like okay, let's hope the enemy team has to clear us, clear the divers. Good, kiting. And we do kind of trade backlines because we were like relieving this pressure. So like when they try to like push our core, what the divers have to do is like they have to, like, you know, go in like to the back line now. They have to create another angle because right here this push shouldn't work for them. It shouldn't actually get any kills because, or at least like they should lose like a lot before they even kill one because, and actually they kind of do. They lose their BAP, so they're gonna lose this fight basically. They don't have ults, so like they didn't clear the divers, so like we should punish them, but we had to punish them quicker. And in this case, like we let them have too much time where they were like fighting a 6v3. So like good, we are kiting back, but like that's kiting back here, and then eventually we do get like good engage, but like we should be like holding, like doing like this like divers here, core here position. Like we should, like we let them take the choke for free because we were all holding on one side. We need to hold angles, like have core as an angle, have divers like maybe here, have echo maybe here. That's gonna be good. Okay, so right here, like now, let's hope we're trying to stabilize. I think we still have respawns.
Nano boost almost ready.
Because they have respawns, they get rid of choke for free, but okay, so we place our core on high ground. That's good. Good. At least like we're like playing safe, so they can't just like W key in. Now what we want to do is like we want Winston to like go in. Get energy. Well, like we do have nano, so like, and we do almost have like a lot of key ults, so like we just kind of play slowly at first, like use this nano as a way to farm like these ults and force out cooldowns, and then we go in. Let's hope we're doing that. But we should be living here. We should like not be dying. If we die, then we can't use like our ults anymore. That's really bad, and dying is bad in general, but especially here. And this is way too deep. Like wait for like this just gets walled off. We need to have like Winston go in first with the nano before like Genji goes in. Like this is, they can just focus you down. It's 1v6. Okay, nano. We still have a chance to win. Okay, we nano. Okay, and they get a good Mei wall. Okay, this Mei wall was good, but like more importantly, so like this still, like why aren't you like like taking this angle instead? Like you not only force out this like, you know, creep, but like we wouldn't be like pushing through like, you know, where they want us to be pushing, because they can just wall like most of us off. Like imagine if we had like a break, not a break, like an echo here. It would make it like so we have a chance. Like they can't just push like our monkey willy-nilly, because like they'll be ignoring this echo who's like poking at the back line. So, and then break can just go here and then support the break. I mean, not support the echo, and then like eventually yeah, Ana stays here. That's good. Look for nade, but like we weren't taking angles. We're just again. We're not pincering. We're like just foreheading through like main, and like we get punished for it because they're better at foreheading through main. They have Mei. They have Brawl in general. So we messed up this fight firstly because like we didn't focus on living. We didn't like synchronize like Genji aggression with like Winston engage. We do like if there's any time to farm Blade, it's when like Winston engages with Nano. It's basically like free tank pickings. Like all the tanks could be focused on Winston, so that I can just poke out the tanks and eventually Blade and we win. But yeah. So right here, like we want to be, as I said, like the problem with like a lot of teams like make the mistake of putting the core like right here. I mean, it's not really like a mistake per se. It's just that like if they're running dive, it's really diveable. Like we should like exploit the fact that they put like most of their team here, so it's really diveable. More importantly, like secondly, like if they try to sneak someone to point, maybe Lucio, for example, like they could force us to like kind of. Well, like they can't really have any one force point really. They don't have something like Tracer, but more importantly, like this is kind of rushable. Like they only have to cover like a short like sight line before they just have to speed into the core, and the core will have to like frantically kite back, and then while the core is like in this staircase, it's like they're kind of useless. They're just kiting back, and like we can have our Winston try to like punish this aggression, but like maybe from the low ground, maybe like if they don't clear this angle, maybe Winston holds here. If we're holding up here, we should have like at least some people here so that like we at least have angles and engage option here if possible. But like, and like if they try to push our core, at least we can try to follow their backline and just try to kill them from behind.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Reinhardt.
So back to the main topic. That's why I said that it's better to hold. Generally, it's teams have abandoned holding here, and like they just hold their they just hold their core like low ground, but like on really long sight lines. And the thing is, and like how about the high grounds? Like first of all, like some of the heroes are just kind of useless from high ground. Like this and this are useless from high ground. This to a lesser extent. These are the only heroes that can use high ground, but like more importantly, like we can just like pressure out high ground. Like they're eventually gonna have to drop. Like it's an objective based game. Like they can't just like stay high ground and try to poke our core forever. And if they try to poke our core, like we can just hide. Honestly, meanwhile, like we're putting pressure on them. We can just put pressure on them. Farm Zarya energy, and then eventually we're gonna have to take the fight on point. And if they just stay on high ground, we can just like plan in a rotator core up and then like brawl from here. But like if we're holding here, like we not only have long sight lines, but like we're in position to like punish like if like this is like the objective based game, as I said, and we can just have our core try to contest high ground and limit its effectiveness. Like these are the only people who can really use it. Like the rest can take high ground for their team, but like they can't use it that well. So like we just have our divers like Genji take angles on maybe take various angles on like high ground. This high ground cheesy pick. Have like Echo like just roam around. Have Winston just jump up, farm energy, go down, farm energy, go down, force out cooldowns and such. And eventually like they're gonna have to like. They're gonna have to like force them contest objective, in which case like we're in the perfect position. Our Zarya will have high energy because hopefully like Winston was able to poke like 2 or 3 and like jump engage 1 or 2 times before like they got into point. Like ideally like 1 time is enough. That gives you like 60-70 energy already. But also like once we have like our core on low ground and like they force point, then like they can just like brawl on point, and we just like engage from these angles, and then look, they have nothing to do. So that's why I said to put the core on low ground. You don't want to make it too long. Good. We do win this fight off of popping a shit ton of ultimates. So like the core can like take this high ground for initially try to get some poke or something, but they do want to be rotating here eventually. Again, yeah, like if they take high ground, well, so what? So what? We have our monkey to like kind of neutralize it. Okay, so right here we have Grav, and with Grav, like, now, like, if we knew that we had Grav, then that would be actually a case where we could just stay on high ground. We don't have to, like, rotate here. Like, we're planning to end the fight here, so, like, we'll be setting up our angles, like, maybe we'll be maybe setting up right here. Setting up, like, maybe Genji, Echo may take long sight lines, or, like, right here. But, like, yeah, like, we can just, like, you know, go for an aggressive Grav play, and if they don't have anything, then, like, we just kill them there. And so yeah, this is like a time where we actually could just keep the core on high ground, because we're planning to engage here. But otherwise, just keeping the core on high ground and not planning to engage on high ground will just, like, you know, we'll just force out our cooldowns unnecessarily, and we'll force the core to kite possibly somewhere on, like, maybe, like, we'll force the core to kite, and, like, the enemy can kind of kill us with the Mei wall if possible. So, like, we only want to, like, do this, like, being on high ground when we're sure we're gonna win the fight by doing this. Like, we're gonna win the fight here and now. Like, we're not, otherwise, like, we're kind of just overextending if we were not trying to end the fight here. If we're just trying to poke and, like, you know, eventually have to kite back anyways. So right here, yeah, good. We got a Kree. Okay, let's see how. Oh, the Mei wall cuts the healing.
Heal up.
Fire at will.
And honestly, like, I actually have the Ana, like, play with the team on this type, in this case, because, like, this is a safe position, but, like, we're not looking to play safe here. We're looking to play aggressive, and, like being closer to, like, the team, like, first of all, like, yeah, sure, there's a Mei wall, but I mean, yeah, this is okay actually, because we still have LOS on the team. I mean, yeah, this is okay positioning, actually. At least we have, like, good LOS and ability to nade. This is a good Mei wall, by the way. It separates the brig. No, I am thinking, though, like, in terms of, like, our ults, like, I just say, like, if we're planning to take this fight, like, right here, then we can, like, rotate our core high ground early, but, like, the more important part is, should we be taking this fight up here? And I think the answer might actually be a no, because, like, look, because, like, here's the thing. If we, like, okay, let's see how much energy. 0 energy. So firstly, like, if we, like, you know, instead of, like, going aggressive like this, and like, we could have just, like, you know, waited for them to go up, soft engage in here, get some energy for Zarya, and then, like, you know, Winston, like, you know, drops down, and then, like, they're gonna go onto point, and then, like, you know, they're gonna take a tick. Scary, I know, right? But, like, eventually, like, we're just gonna, but eventually, like, if we do this, we just keep our core, like, right here. Eventually, we're gonna get a really good graph, because, like, they're gonna have their team on point. Like, good teams, like, they'll probably only put their Rein Diva on point, but in this case, you could just, like, either focus Rein Diva. This would force, like, them to drop, or, like, that's an option, especially if high energy Zarya, or, like, you could just go for the backline, who has, like, no Diva. Well, it's not even, wait, it's Zarya, not Diva. That's even worse. But, like, anyways, like, by taking the fight here, like, they're just gonna get, like, it's just gonna be a bit better for them, because, like, there's not a lot of angles for us to use. Like, if anything, we should, with this Grav, like, micro-wise, let's look at the execution. So, like, like, why are, like, the DPS, like, why isn't, like, one of the DPS on the flank, at least? Like, trying to, like, you know, close the Grav from here, like, put a lot of pressure from here. Like, why are we just, like, pushing into the Grav instead of, like, sending some people around the grav, and like so we can actually get a good surround, and they can't just shield all the damage. So like right here, like look, why do we drop?
Fire at will.
Like imagine if we were like behind, like Echo, like Echo can even be like right here. Like who cares? Like who cares if they stun? Like that's a cooldown wasted for them, first of all. But like maybe have Genji if you're afraid of the stun. Genji can just reflect and like eventually farm Blade if needed here. But like right here, like micro-wise, we're just foreheading into this like thing. Not good. We need to be like pincering, like send some people behind. We're planning to grab here, so like, and ideally when we grab, we don't want to be like just pushing into the grab. We want to be sending some people behind the grab so that like they can't just shield one direction. Okay, I think we do win this off of Blade. We do build the Blade, but we popped more ultimates than we should have. If we had like better micro execution and like we just like pincered, then like I foresee that we didn't have to like pop like at least one of those ultimates. We could have kept Primal or Blade. I think honestly a good Primal could have even finished it, so we could save like Blade for like Nano Blade. But yeah.
Excuse me for dropping in.
So like right here, like we set up the core on high ground for some reason. I don't like this. We were not wanting to take the fight here. We want to take the fight on like the point. And because like this is Brawl, like against Brawl, like you don't want to be engaging in these sight lines without like at least like softening them up for us, and that's how holding point will work, because like point's more open, this is more closed, which provides less pincering opportunity. When they're in the open like this, like we can just like gank them from so many angles, like everywhere. Can put people like everywhere and then like just like surround them and kill them, because they can't really deal with threats from multiple directions that well. Okay, this Nano, like we do have Nano. Okay, so and they do try to like rotate away from they don't want to push high ground because I think they know we had Nano, so they just didn't want like Monkey to just circle here as they pushed up here. So they're trying to like rotate away from our map control. Okay, we'll let them do that.
Feeling powerful, and I'm not even angry.
Okay, the enemy team really fucked this up. This shouldn't be a one. We shouldn't get any kills. Like, well, why are they here? Like, why don't they keep pushing, keep circling? Like, I know we'll give away the high ground control, but like, if you're pushing here, you're probably not looking for high ground control. You're just looking to like forehead onto point. But so like, we Nano Monkey here, but like. And if we're planning to Nano Monkey here, we have to send some like at least like send like some like firstly like this Nano Monkey, like if they play this right, they can just kite it honestly. And like ideally we want to be sending someone behind here, but even then like I don't think it's gonna get any kills. We don't have our core really supporting any engages like in this area, so like I don't like this Nano Monkey in particular. Like, just let them have their rotation. Maybe like bubble engage here, get a bit of energy. So for Zarya, but like, let's see, does Zarya even need this resource? Oh, Zarya does need energy, kind of desperately. So yeah, have Monkey engage, but like, look, and preferably, if we want to be doing this Nano, like, we should either be doing like on point, so we actually want to be like waiting until they rotate all the way up to point, and then like we pop the Nano, and then we just like try to like, and our core just brawls on point, or we could like or we could just do it here, because like we have our core already in position. So like follow up, so like have like Nano Monkey here, have them push this way. It might be in front of into a Reinhardt, but like here's the thing: we want to be sending some people like down the stairs as well. So like we're pincering, it's okay. But like we're like, see, look, we're all set up to like engage here, but like we just let them like rotate away from like our map control, and look, we're just like letting them do this for free, and we're only safe because they kind of fuck up. Like this map just got split from the team because this drop was sloppy. So we should not have won this fight there. I mean, like, we should have won this fight based because the enemy was kind of scuffed, but that fight was... But, like, that engage, like, had a chance of, like, you know, not getting much done, so... Which would, like, force us to, like, brawl it out on point, which this team does have better chances at. Even though, like, if we keep the high ground, we just still have good chances, so... Okay, I promise there'll still just be a few more team fights. Okay, I think we should be holding low ground here. Like, I don't think there's any way we... Like, we just want to be playing slow. Like, we almost have, like, Blade. We just need to be playing for Blade, so we just have, like, our core playing low ground and Winston soft engage so that Genji can get ult charge. And then when they've gone to point, we just, like, you know, kill everyone. But with Blade, so we soft engage. They try to do the same rotate away from map control play again. Okay, we force everyone off this high ground. And now we take the brawl on point. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, that was a good team fight. The enemy just messed it up. And we... So why did this team fight work? Let's see what we did good here. So firstly, like, right here said we should have played slow, but we want to use Echo Duplicate to, like, as kind of tempo ultimate just to engage early. Then saying here is fine. But like, as you can see, like, look, we have the pins. We kind of let them like take a bit too much space. They could like potentially complete the rotation and make it hard for us to do this, but like right here, like we could just punish them during the rotation, and like that's with like a tempo ultimate, and like that's what we do. So like we have, let's see how we do this. Okay, we let them rotate a bit too much, I'm gonna be honest, but like as you can see, we engage here, and because like they're right in the open, they have no natural cover. Ana gets a big nade, and this is a bit risky. I don't think you should have waited for Monkey to at least get up here, or duplicate early, so at least you don't feed. Holy shit! How did they not focus you? That was so risky. Okay, and now now look, like our core can't like directly brawl with this. Like honestly, they're on high ground, but like at least like they are supporting. We have like poke pressure from Genji, and like Brig. This is a bit too close. This is kind of scary. Brig should be like right here. Just heal. Like just focus on like staying alive. Because they should have just like, you know, dropped on the point. Maybe try to get a cheesy tick like right here. Like they're kind of so split that we can just like, you know, finish them if they don't do that. And like, you know, they're on low ground and we have like perfect angles, but like we just need to stay alive. Like, but everyone just needs to stay alive for that in case they do like drop into point. So we don't want to be doing anything too aggressive with regards to the core until they drop the point. But yeah, we do win this fight because we did like punish the rotation. And we did use a tempo ultimate. In this case it was the duplicate to like punish it. Even though like their rotation was a bit sloppy. Like honestly, like their plan of like, just rotating away is okay, except that but I just don't like it. But right here, like, are we planning to blade? If we're planning to blade, then like do it now. Either do it now or where like, you know, the enemy is still like pincerable, because if they push up here, then the angles like are harder to get, and our core is forced to drop from low ground, so you can't support this. Or like we give them space. We have like maybe this is the Winston again soft engage a bit. Like Winston needs to be giving Zarya energy during the poke phase. Like that's really important. Like for that reason alone, that's why I think like we should like just set up on low ground even for this fight. Like we need to at least give our Zarya energy for poke phase, and in any case, yeah. Well, at least we'll be able to soften up the enemy before the blade, like maybe force out a cheeky lamp before like the blade. But more has to do with the fact that like, look, we're not doing either. We're not like holding here, so like our core is forced to drop early. Okay, we rally. They can just honestly wait it out. They can just poke from high ground, and we shouldn't be like in the open like this. They have superior poke from this position. Like we just need to be like playing here, like hey, let them have like the ball is in their court. Let them drop someone onto point. Like live so that we can like blade, like have Winston set up maybe behind here when they drop. We just need to be setting up angles. We shouldn't be like trying to forehead this fight. And we try to like dive this, but like the only problem is that like, firstly, when we do this dive with the Genji blade, like core should not be poking. Look at how much attention they're drawing. Core can just like literally just like rotate up here, but secondly, like does the core have to drop at all if we're trying to engage here? No, so we should be trying to like engage earlier. Either engage earlier or like engage late when they dropped onto point. Like we shouldn't be like compromising like this. And look, they have no support, so they just fizzle out. Like snap. Look, we just kind of like stagger because our core gets separated early, and like and then once our core gets separated, and then we engage, which like makes 2v6. And now Monkey isn't gonna save this. They already have beat. They can just beat engage into. You can just like burn the Monkey. Doomfist is a good pick. Yeah, Doomfist. And honestly, like if you did like feel that Genji was the move, Genji is okay actually, especially against Brawl because of his significant poke potential as well. But like he can set up angles and stuff and like kind of still go for dives, but Doomfist is good because like Doomfist just has so much pick potential, and on defense 2 CP if you get a pick even if you're down, then the enemy team loses the fight unless they already have like 2 ticks. So yeah. But anyways, like in summary, what we should work on next scrim is like really just like work on like making it so that the core can contribute to fights. Like we should be holding. Like, we need to be, like, decisive on where to hold. Like, a lot of team fights before, like, it appears that we were kind of indecisive on where to hold. Like, did we want to hold high ground? Like, did we just want to, like, stop, like, the enemy team on high ground and kite as a last resort? Or did we want to, like, you know, maybe get some initial poke on high ground and then eventually take, like, the initial fight on, like, not the initial fight, like, and then eventually take the fight on point? In which case, like, we should be, like, you know, rotating here early and then, like, setting up our angles, and then when they drop, we just engage. So we need to be more decisive. And secondly, we need to work on, like, getting DPS, like to flank more, like, to take, like, angles more. Because, like, sometimes we're just, like, DPS, we're just, like, foreheading through, like, you know, enemy, like, foreheading through chokes, foreheading through enemy, like, protect, like, defensive abilities like shield. Like we shouldn't do that. We should focus on like you know, when we have like a graph, for example, we don't want to be like pushing into the graph from one way, or even if we're trying to like dive or like something, we're trying to engage. Like let's say we're right here, like do we really want, like, you know, Genji Echo like right here? Because like they're just gonna kite back. They're just gonna kite back this dive, and then they're just gonna rush our core because they have our divers don't have mobility cooldowns, they're useless. It's like they're just gonna rush So like we have to be taking angles. So like if they engage here, like, and we decide to maybe to grab or at least or even go in, like have Winston behind, have like Genji, like have Echo like on high ground for example, have Genji on an angle, like just surround them, get behind them, don't just forehead through main. And finally, like another Hanamura like specific tip is that like in the future, like I want the core to be like holding low ground, like right here, like low ground, like yeah, scary, but like the choke is, but holding the choke scary for them even more so than us holding low ground. So yeah, that's the thing. But hopefully this was helpful, and yeah, peace out.